My tripod setup kind of sucks. I know. But this is what I came up with. These two things came from like little coffee packets that were slid in there, like in boxes. And so instead of these going in the trash, I kind of heisted two of them and brought them home. And I found my roll of Velcro. So I did a Velcro thing here, and it works pretty good. I didn't want to Velcro onto my tripod because I'd be using my tripod later for another type of camera. But that's what I ended up with here. And then put a couple of rubber bands on there. But in my previous video, I was out in the garden and one of these rubber bands snapped and came off, so this whole thing fell to the ground. And I was still holding the tripod, but this part fell to the ground with my phone. And when I put it back on the tripod, it was doing all kinds of weird wiggling and moving and popping, making weird sounds. And but anyway, that's it. And that's why it made all the weird sounds. And I put it on here, and I set it up so that I can, I can adjust it. I can do this and move it up and down. But I found out that for some reason it still wants to lean out, right? So I have to come up with something a little bit better. And I don't hear the sounds when I'm holding it and walking around with it. But this phone really, really picks up all the little sounds. It's kind of like plastic rubbing against plastic and kind of wiggling and moving and popping. So I'm gonna have to come up with a slightly different way to do this. So I'm going to play around with this, see what I can come up with. I might be able to actually, I don't know, this being a prototype, right? It wants to, of course the tripod wants to kind of wiggle around a little bit too. I need to tighten that up. Oh, see what happened? And that wanted to come off, and then when that popped off, it went boom, just like that with my phone. Out in the garden. And so I got to come up with something new and different because I really, really don't want to damage my phone trying to play around with some skimpily made tripod thing here. And I really didn't want to drill holes in here, but I may actually have to do that. I'm not really sure how to do that though. I don't want to damage my tripod is what I'm trying to say. I want it to stay good for other types of cameras. So, I don't know. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. And I'll come up with something. This works pretty good when it's just sitting. When it's just sitting and I'm not moving it, it works great because the phone's not moving. But as soon as I pick up that tripod and start walking around with it and trying to lean it this way, lean it that way, this thing wants to kind of move and snap and fall off. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just sit here on the porch and watch the clouds roll in. I thought it was going to be a really nice day all day long, but as it turns out, we have some thunderstorms coming at us. I don't hear any thunder, but I do see the clouds have started coming in. A lot thicker clouds, a lot more overcast than it was earlier. So I'll probably only have a few hours to get out here and do stuff. But I'm just gonna use this little tripod I got right here, little camera setup for my cell phone. And, just see how it turns out. If it turns out good, then I'll keep using it. If it doesn't, and it keeps making crackling sounds, then I'll have to come up with something else. But you know what to do. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. All right, back to my tripod and my little setup here. Well, I need to come up with something better than rubber bands. I do have some wire in the house. Wire might work better. Might be much stronger.